Hey guys, how's it going? Yes, I know, it's been a while. It's been quite a while. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to do my actual goodbye. I know there's just really been a weird thing that's been going on with the show. I mean, not going on, nothing's been going on really. I mean, the site's down, everything is down, the Facebook page was closed down, the Twitter's not been used, nothing's been done with the site, nothing's happening. Well, because I've kind of, had a lot going on lately. If you recall the last show that I did, I kind of said how there was a possibility, or I'm going to be on TV, and I didn't want the show to do anything to it. Hell, I can't remember what I said because it was so many months ago. So let me just go ahead and clarify what was going on with that. Now that everything's been cleared, everything's been done, everything's been, processed. Hey, Floyd, go away. I'm trying to do something. It's my dog trying to play fetch with me right now. Okay, I said go away. Alright, fine, I'll throw it. Yeah, so, like I said, I was waiting for things to get cleared, things to be done with what we were doing. And now I can finally tell y'all what was going on. So, back in, God, it's gotta have been October, right? October was when the last time I recorded the show. Back in October, sorry, let's go ahead and start back in the very beginning. So, December of 2013, we being my wife and her family being her dad, her mom, her brother, and her brother's wife. Yeah, sorry, I'm just also a mental brain lapse right there. So we all kind of decided that collectively we were going to help my wife's dad get put into a contest. And the contest deals with Christmas lights. Her dad spends a good 2-3 weeks a year putting up Christmas lights and then leaves them up for at least a month and a half every year. And he gets put in the local news, he gets put in the paper and things like that. It's really cool. And it's not just like he just throws up a bunch of inflatables and throws up some, I don't know, pre-designed lights like, wireframes. That's the word I was looking for. No, it's tough work. He wraps trees. He makes the house look like a gingerbread house. He's actually programmed lights to look like a shooting star. Things like that. So, because he put so much work into it, we thought it'd be a good idea to do something where he could have his efforts shown to the country, really. So the show was called The Great Christmas Light Fight. I'm sure you may have heard of it during the Christmas time. It's shown on ABC. And, well, he was selected to be part of the show. And in September, October, we had to fill out paper. Now, this is 2014, September, October. We had to start filling out forms. And some waivers, some legal agreements, because we were going to be filmed. It's a reality TV show, is what it is. And on the reality TV show, every episode there are 4 families, okay, that compete. And they're competing for $50,000. And it's not like a season-long thing. There's like 6 episodes, and each episode there's a winner. So, it was very important for us to make sure all our ducks were in a row. So, we had to fill out these forms, and it was just like, it's background checks, really. And then, I received a form from them that was like, net present. Okay. So, I started filling out this form. It was like, what's your name? What do you do for work? Do you have a Facebook? Hey, Floyd, get out of that. He's digging into something. What's your Facebook? What's your Twitter? Do you have a website? Things like that. And I'm just like, okay. So, this show is called The Great Christmas Light Fight. Nothing about this show, the Hockey Talk Uncensored show, has anything to do with Christmas. If anything, it's like the anti-Christmas show. Not saying this is, anti-Christmas. Look at me, so unprofessional. I can't even turn off my phone. I don't know who you are. So, and also I curse, I use lots of foul language, I use lots of, angry wordage, things like that. So, I thought that I just figured it would be a lot easier to not only not put down this site as a part of the paperwork, but also I wanted to, make sure that there's no way that they could find it. So that's why I kind of suspended the site. I suspended the show. I did everything because, well, actually at the time, I wasn't too sure if I was even going to be a part of the show. So what they had done is they actually filmed me a bunch, me and my wife, because they had storylines they wanted to do, and so I had already been filmed sometimes, and then I didn't even fill out the paperwork yet. So let's just say, for whatever reason, I filled out the paperwork, I filled it out honestly, and filled it out truthfully, and then they found out. Well, guess what? We had like 2-3 days of filming, and I'm saying filming, I'm not talking about like, well, we got the local news team to come out and you can, we'll film you and do stuff. No, we had people like from LA. We had a producer who did Extreme Makeover, or no, what's the one where they like find a house? Is it Extreme Makeover? I feel like it's about people. Designing shows. I think Survivor was another one that they did. Yeah, like, so they had actual camera crews from LA come out and film us. So they had already done that. So I was like, okay, well, they've already filmed me. They already filmed me putting up lights. They already filmed me painting stuff. They did the whole talking head segment where, they interview you and they kind of talk. He's like, well, well, I feel like, I don't know what exactly. It's like the confession room kind of stuff that you see on reality TV shows all the time. So we had filmed all that, and like I said, I was not going to take any chances, because you know how shitty I would feel if I was the reason why my wife's dad could not have fulfilled some type of dream of showing his lights off to the world. You know how horrible that would make me feel? So I thought, for the good of A, my marriage, and B, the good of other people, that it was best for me to just lock everything down. And last semester, like I'm saying, schoolwork, I was still a full-time student. Full-time worker, still, freshly married, a lot of stuff going on. So when you shut down the site, it's hard to kind of get things going again. Hell, it was hard to get things going the first time. Preparing the website, to make, figure out what you want to do, that sort of thing. I mean, granted, this time I had stuff already figured out, but I don't know. It's just that it was really hard to get the show back up again. There wasn't one week or every other week where I wasn't thinking, damn it, I need to get it back on this. I need to, turn on the recorder, let's fire up the equipment again. Let's go at it. Come on, let's get back at doing what I like to do. And then I realized something, that the show was no longer fun for me. I was putting a lot of money into this. Of course, there's the initial investment of the equipment, and then there's the upkeep. Not only the money for the server and things like that, but also my personal time invested in it. Because even though I record an hour and a half show, maybe 2 hours, there's a lot more time invested in preparing and doing post processing and things like that, which I just didn't have time, nor did I really have the energy and effort for anymore. So it became a lot more work than what it was worth to me. Now, I'm not blaming y'all. It's going to sound like I am, but I'm not. Honestly, I think I take more blame on this than anyone else. But the response to the show was not as high as I was hoping for. In the beginning, there was a lot of people who showed up. There was a lot of interaction on Facebook. People were joining. Then all of a sudden, it just dropped off. And I don't know if it was me, because I didn't put the same amount of energy into the show, the same amount of effort, but it just was not where I wish it was. And that also doesn't help with, motivating me. Because it's very hard. I don't get motivated very easily. unless it's something I really want to do, like really, really want to do. Otherwise, I'm just like, well, fuck it. I'll just, maybe next time, So, just, I don't know. The will is not there, so there's no way that I was going to do what I really wanted to do. What the hell, my computer's going to sleep. Okay, good. We're good. And what really sucks is that this apartment that my wife and I moved into, we got a separate room for me to have an office/studio. So not only was it for my schoolwork, but it was also so that I could have my own little separate area that, you can't really hear me across the apartment. I don't have to kick her out of the apartment because the last apartment we were at was a one-bedroom and I was recording out of the living room. This one is kind of like its own enclosed studio. Now, I'm pretty sure the sound quality is shitty because I've had... what it is I'm actually going through and I am reconfiguring my office. And I was looking at my sound equipment today. I was like, I'm not using that. It's taking up space. I gotta pack it up. So before I pack it up, I gotta do this show. But so we moved back to Raleigh. We got this apartment, and I really wished I could have done more for the show. I really wished, I thought bringing Chuck around was going to be great, and it was. I honestly had a lot more fun doing the show with Chuck than I ever did the whole time. It was just, I don't know. It sucks that he's in Atlanta and I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that we can't, do. I think it would be a lot more fun if we're in the same room. Granted, it was fun. It was good. It was just that also added another level of frustration because it could have been, well, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? No, you're not. Okay, well, I can't. Oh, you're ready to go, and I'm not ready to go. Well, okay, I guess we're gonna have to postpone. So it was scheduling, and then I had to mix the audio. Like I said, there's a whole lot of things. Like I know it sounds like I'm making a lot of excuses, and I am. I apologize for not doing the show. I wish I could continue. I wish I could have done it every week, twice a week. I mean, hell, I feel like this season in hockey has been great. Yeah, this is like the first time I'm talking about hockey, and we're like 12 minutes in. I'm not, first of all, this is not going to be a typical episode. I'm probably not going to talk much about hockey at all. But, I'm just looking at the, how standings are. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Let's take a look here real quick. Predators are up top. Islanders are near top. Who else? Let's see. Montreal, Tampa Bay, Detroit are right now got the Atlantic spots. Metropolitan is Rangers, Islanders. Damn. I didn't realize the Islanders started falling that low. They're on a 4-game losing streak. And then in the, of course, the Eastern wildcard positions are going weird. Like this whole Ottawa thing. This whole Ottawa thing is just kind of weird. The whole Hamburglar thing, that's kind of interesting. And then in the West, you got St. Louis, Nashville, Chicago. Of course, Chicago's there. But then you got Calgary, who's kind of bought it in there. Oh, which reminds me, by the way, I got some really interesting things going to happen here within the next week. So, by this time next week, I would have gone to Vancouver, and I would have seen the Canucks play. My wife and I we're kind of taking our honeymoon now. We're finally doing it. We got married back in June, but now we're finally taking our honeymoon to Seattle, Washington. We're thinking about moving there. That's why we're taking our trip there, just to see the job prospects and things like that. And, while you're there, it's a 2-hour drive to get across the border. Why not take, the whole thing to Vancouver and check out a hockey game? I've never been to Canada. I'm a huge hockey fan. Why would I not want to go to Canada? So, so this time next week we will have visited Vancouver and gone to a Canucks game. So that's cool. Although I am planning on breaking a rule that I've kind of annoyed. I get annoyed at, but now that people do it, is wearing a jersey or sweater for a team that's not playing. I always got angry. Let's say I go to the Hurricanes and Predators game, and then there's like a group of people wearing Penguins jerseys. Like, okay, what are you people doing? And I guess I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I get angry at the people wearing Penguins jerseys because they're Penguins fans. I get angry at the guy wearing a Rangers or Flyers jersey because I don't like that team personally. Not from a hockey sense of view, but personally. me wearing a Hurricanes jersey to Vancouver, no one's going to give a shit. I mean, they're going to be confused, perplexed, considering the Canucks are playing the Avalanche, the game I'm going to. But yeah, and I'm really excited about that. It's our first big trip that we're going to take, and I'm really excited. I can't wait. I don't know. I'm trying to think. My brother's kind of taken I don't want to say he's following in my footsteps, because he's not. He's doing his own thing. But he has his own radio show at his college that he goes to. He's doing like video production and I guess some other types of production for his college degree. And he hosts his own Spanish music radio hour. It's like a 3-hour show on Saturdays. But it's just kind of cool to see, him doing that. So he's talking to a microphone, not as often as me, but he's actually doing it completely in Spanish, which is interesting because up until my wedding, I didn't even know he really spoke Spanish, and now apparently he's like kind of fluent in it, which is cool. So I don't know. Yeah, well, I really wish I could continue, and I really want to continue, but I gotta have closure on it. I gotta feel like I'm not leaving someone on. Now I'm sure at this point, absolutely no one has heard what I'm saying. No one. Like, anyone who was ever interested in my show is gone. They went and listened to some other show. I don't even know what hockey podcasts are. And another thing, I don't even listen to podcasts anymore myself. I just don't have the time. I don't have the capabilities of doing it anymore. So how do I get excited about doing something when I can't participate or enjoy it myself, So, alright, at a certain point, someone's going to call the police thinking I'm suicidal or something because of how depressing sounding this is. Alright, well, I really appreciate everyone's support who really, they tuned in every week. They participated on the Facebook. They spread the word on the show. I really appreciate your help. It's been fun. I really want to do it again in the future. Maybe in the future I'll have a better plan. You kind of treat this as a very, very long beta test of learning how to do a podcast and what's the best avenues. Maybe not being so conceited. I don't know. That's not the word I'm looking for. I was always afraid of self-promotion. I don't like those people, you see on Twitter, like, hey, check out this page, like us on Facebook, follow, subscribe, share, tweet, I'm like, you're kind of annoying, I guess that's just kind of how people do it, because I started looking at these pages where they've done stuff like that, where they've, so I'm like, okay, this page has like 300 likes. No. I forgot to finish the story about the TV show. So we recorded the TV show, and it took 3 two-day filmings to do the TV show. One to show us setting up the lights, the second time to unveil the lights, the third time for our reaction to the verdict. And I guess I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now what happened. We won the $50,000. If you want to look it up online, it's the Great Christmas Light Fight ABC on ABC. When I mean ABC, I mean like the big ABC, not ABC Family or ABC. I don't know what other ABC shows or TV channels there are, but the big one, the Fuller Family. So because of that, we won the TV show. Then all of a sudden, like, everyone wanted to come see the house. Like, we had to get police officers to come by and direct traffic around the house that we won the TV show with. So yeah, I appreciate it's so depressing. I appreciate everyone's help or effort or support or what have you for the TV show. It's just I've got to have closure. I've got to go on. I can't, like I said, every week can't keep thinking about the show, wanting to do something. So, just know that as of right now, this will be the end of Hockey Talk Uncensored. If there's ever another show that I want to do, it'll more likely be another show. It'll probably be about hockey. Even though I've started really watching soccer a lot. Then again, I live within walking distance of a hockey stadium and a soccer stadium. It's awesome. But I love hockey. Don't make absolutely no mistake. I love hockey. Hell, I bought 3 jerseys in the past 2 months. 2 Thrashers and a Hurricanes. Um, so thank you all for what you've done for my show. Appreciate it. Giving me the chance to vocalize my opinions and actually have an audience and not sound like a goddamn idiot or like I'm fucking insane. Like I've got people who actually understand my gripes, my anger, and things like that. So, thank you again. Please enjoy the rest of the NHL season. Please enjoy any hockey season you are watching right now. And hopefully you will be a fan of mine in the future if I ever decide to go down this avenue again. All right. Thank you.